Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in and checking out the video. Let's get right into it. This video will be talking about the heavyweight matchup between Tyson Fury versus Christian Hammer, which is a UK fight. Now, when I talk about this fight, most people, when it was announced, they're like, who in the hell is Christian Hammer? And I can't blame you guys. I didn't know who he was myself. So hopefully by the end of this video, I'll be able to provide some information on him. I had to watch a lot of his fights. Unfortunately, that wasn't the most fun and entertaining thing. If you ever seen him fight before, you'd understand why. But I will get into that later in the video. Now, first, let me start on Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury is a very large man, uses his reach advantage in fights very well. When I look at Fury, I see a guy with a quick jab. I see a guy with effective uppercuts. Also, he can switch stances and an excellent trash talker outside the ring. He can really spice up a press conference, and I find the guy hilarious in my opinion. And when I go back to looking at his skills, Tyson Fury also is very good when he finds his range, mixing up to the head and body. Those combinations and can move around the ring very well for a large man, especially sometimes he's not even in good shape. So if he's in tip-top shape, he's a guy, in my opinion, who has underrated boxing skills and could do some damage in the heavyweight division. Now, there is flaws in Tyson Fury's game, like most fighters. There's questions about his chin, also some of the opposition he has faced. But overall, I mean, Tyson Fury is a top tier heavyweight in my opinion, and I look forward to watching him fight and leading up to his fights with all of his antics outside of the ring. Now, let's talk about Christian Hammer. Christian Hammer is a guy with a record of 17-3. He has wins over Kevin Johnson, also Danny Williams. He was knocked out by Marius Wack recently. When I look at Christian Hammer fight, he's not a highly entertaining fighter by any stretch of the imagination. But one thing I will give him is he's very patient, and also he does a nice job of protecting his head. He's got a high guard. He's not reckless. That is one thing I have to say about him. He'll lose a 12-round unanimous decision by not being that active, but usually he doesn't take too many risks in a fight. And in my opinion, he's just not on the level of Tyson Fury going into this fight. Now, it is a heavyweight division, mind you, so crazier things have happened. These guys all have power. They're big men. But I expect Christian Hammer to get stopped in this fight. And if Tyson Fury does not stop him, I believe that Fury will win a wide unanimous decision. This is really a tune-up fight for him. You just have to make sure that Tyson Fury did take the fight seriously. I've heard, though, in between fights, he is starting to work out more and get in better shape, which is always good for him down the road. And potentially we'd like to see a fight between him and Deontay Wilder. The press conferences would be amazing because look at Deontay Wilder and Stavern. Stavern doesn't talk very much, but highly entertaining press conference. Imagine Tyson Fury. That's a matchup that we all want to see. Would be an interesting matchup of a guy who is a good boxer in Fury versus a power puncher in Deontay Wilder. You got the UK fan base versus the American fan base. So interesting. You know, we want to see what is next for Tyson Fury down the road. Give me your prediction, guys, on this fight. So like I said earlier, wide decision for Tyson Fury or a stoppage victory. I believe that Christian Hammer is a 15-1 underdog, and I can see why by watching some of his tape. Also, guys, next video will be on Gennady Golovkin versus Martin Murray, so check that out. And thank you very much, everyone, for tuning into the video. Once again, highly appreciated by everyone. Thank you.